There you go. Now you can hear me. Beautiful. Good. Arujo the man. Good day, sir. Yeah. I thought I'd give you a little insight. Forget the YouTube image here. I got to change that. I just forgot to change the image. But we're about to start a level 3 session, and I figured I will let you guys have a little peek as to what it is that we look at and what we discuss here in level 3. It is the most advanced level in our school. It's where we combine the supply and demand, the trend lines, the structure of price. We look at the multiple time frames, and we put it all together to determine what price is doing. We look for trade signals as well. And so that's what we're going to be focusing our attention on today. So welcome, guys. Nice to see you. How's it going, Paul Gardy? Nice to have you, buddy. All right, so let's start by examining gold here. Earlier today, we did a session on YouTube talking about the supply that was in play. And so we got that drop in price that we were expecting, as you can see. Price came up, and now it's respecting that area of supply. And we were also talking about the reasons why we were expecting this supply to come into play, because of the CFTC positions were indicating to us that the bias was profit taking on long positions. Even though we haven't reached maximum size just yet, it regardless, it's still the bias. Okay. Over time, expecting some downside here. If we look at the lower time frame here, okay, we see that the reaction to the downside has already begun. We got emotional wick spiking through demand here. This is an important demand because it removed this key zone on the way up. So emotional move, you could see retail traders got caught shorting down here at the end. And then price has gone back up, and now we're getting some properly formed candles, some well-structured candles here. So this is institutional trading coming in here, holding this area. There we go. I think that's a better position there. All right, so as you can see, the demand is holding, and we're likely going to see a little bit of bullish pressure to the upside here to finish off the week. And then next week we'll watch and see how things play out here. It looks like this supply was penetrated through it as well at the highs here, but this is a lower time frame supply. This was all nested inside the larger area of supply on the daily chart. So the daily chart is what's dictating price right now, and that's pressure to the downside. So if price is going to continue lower, we obviously need this area of demand to be removed in order for that to take place. So next week our focus will be to see if whether or not that demand zone holds. If that demand zone holds and pressure back to the upside, we'll get a retest of that daily area of supply, and then we'll be watching to see how things move after that. But if this area breaks, then we'll have a move towards the trend line. That'll be the first obstacle that we'll be watching for. And then if that breaks, we'll see a move even lower to the demand zone on the daily chart. Okay, so bias still remains bearish. Bias still remains bearish with gold. Okay. Any questions from students that are in class with me now? Look at the silver. I was talking about silver on the public channel as well. That key supply for upside. It's holding. Price is moving to the downside. We've got this weekly area of demand just below price, so we got to be aware of that. We also got monthly demand here, a key zone that we're watching for a move to the upside from. So that tells us, just by basing our analysis on silver, that tells us that the likelihood is that we could get a move to the downside here, but it would be temporary. Okay, this move to the downside could very much be temporary, because of the big demand that we're going to be coming into. So that's something to watch for. NatGas, we had a long signal on this. It worked out to perfection. The long signal was down here. We had targets here and then up here. It contacted them. Now price is making a move to the downside. How far is this going to drop? Well, we have an institutional area of demand that we located down here. That's below 180. So I'm going to watch to see what happens when price gets down there. If I see long signals being produced, then I'm going to be looking to enter long. Okay, so we'll have another long signal from lower down below there. I think that's a pretty good area to get in long. At that time, I'll select targets as well. Copper. Let's take a look at copper. Copper's been dropping with gold. And looks like demand is a little bit lower, 390 area. So that'd be a good place to watch for long signals to be created. So I'll be watching that area down there. And I'll definitely get in long copper in that area. I think it's pretty good. The trend of the upside is not what we would like. It's not ideal. Okay, so it's a weak uptrend. So that's why I would be waiting for an additional signal to be produced off that area of demand there. Okay, on the monthly chart. Other than that, massive move to the downside on the US dollar Japanese yen. Okay, and so we've been talking about this for some time now about how, you know, they're maxing out on long positions. So what else they're going to do? How is price going to continue higher? We knew that supply was in play. Okay, and this is things that we were pointing out in the Araujo report. We had monthly supply here. We had higher time frame supply here. Reaching maximum size, the only place for price to go was to the downside. So this is a pretty aggressive move. I mean, when we look at things on the weekly chart, you can see just how aggressive this was. All right, the slow climb up, and then bang. It happened up here, slow climb up, bang, slow climb up, bang, and even here, slow climb up, bang, straight to the downside. So what is going to happen next? Well, I'm going to wait for this drop to finish. Eventually, there'll be a move to the upside. Banks will likely want to offload more of those long positions at a higher price. So we just got to be patient, wait for it to settle down, wait for the retracement. Over the weekend, I'll be doing some analysis on the charts, locating all the new areas of supply, updating the charts, and then we'll determine where price is likely going to be moving up to. All right. I've got some questions here on the YouTube stream that we're doing. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hello, is it possible we might refill more sellers as supply zone before dropping? Retail sells as price rallies. Which are you talking about? US dollar Japanese yen? Yeah, you have to mention specifically, or are you talking about gold? Please check on US dollar Japanese yen. That's somebody else. Would be great to see new 4-hour supply zones next week, as silver typically moves before gold. Let's see silver again. Well, silver to the downside is a risky trade because we got that demand right here on the weekly chart, like just below price. All right, so any downside is going to be limited. It comes into that demand. Sure, could it remove it? Yes, but you don't know what kind of pressure is going to come off that area to the upside on price. So I wouldn't want to be shorting silver for that reason. I would be staying away. If I'm going to short something, it has to be clear. Price has to be clear underneath current price. There's got to be no zones. There's got to be a free-flowing path to ride price to the downside. Gold, sir, daily supply refill. Yeah, with demand in play right now, I would not be shorting gold. That demand has to be removed and wait for the short signal. That's what I would be doing. Okay. Getting back on U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. Um, like I was mentioning, this move to downside is aggressive. Do I think more downsides coming? Well, look, we're seeing evidence to suggest that U.S. CAD is going to drop too, and what could be happening is U.S. dollar, Japanese yen leading, and then next week it could be U.S. CAD that we see dropping. It's very possible. We have seen evidence to suggest that this is about to collapse as well. All right, so it could be the focus is on U.S. dollar, Japanese yen, and then next week we could see the U.S. CAD dropping. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Okay, so how far is this going to drop? How long is it going to go for? You know, it's hard to say. Let's look at the euro again. Ooh, what a big drive up! Wow, what drove that up? Any news today on the euro that you guys are aware of? Let's see. Anything that you guys know about? Your thoughts on NFP today? Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Non-farm payrolls came out negative. Okay. Oh, negative for the dollar. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, negative for the dollar earlier today. So US CAD didn't really react that much, eh? So target one got hit on euro, and then that's it. Now it rallied up to the stop. So good thing we had that first target there. So let's take a look at the dollar dropping. Yeah, it looks like US CAD probably will see a move next week. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised. Very good. And let's look at pound. Remember, pound was ready to drop too, because pound is reaching maximum size on long positions. We're expecting it to drop. Yeah, so look at that. It's already starting. Can definitely continue. Looks like it's removing demand. It could definitely continue next week. And let's take a quick look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin ran up to 70,000 and then is pulling back. So it's just doing a lot of consolidating up here at the highs. Yeah. Rally up, basing on the 6-month chart. Yeah, I wouldn't be buying at these highs, that's for sure. I'd be waiting for a pullback on price. Not good to be buying up here. That's my opinion, at least. Okay. Let's see. All right. All right. So a lot of stocks came out with earnings, so I want to review that. We got that beautiful drop on the S&P 500 on the daily chart. We forecasted this to perfection. I was saying that we've got short-term momentum to the upside until supply is contacted, and then the bigger force is going to be a move to the downside. I mean, if you trade options, short-term options, you could get a really nice, pretty penny on the move to the upside, and then the reversal and move to the downside. Just incredible, incredible. So now we've got that push to the downside. As you can see, we're just about to contact this weekly area of demand. So this is a big area of interest for me. I like the direction price has been heading in. I like the proportion of price action. I like the structure here. I think we could see a big move to the upside next week. Okay. So with that said, I think it's important to look at some stock trades. I have a lot of signals that I've been getting. I've been setting alerts. As you guys know, I set up alerts on charts all the time, and I've been getting those alerts going off all week. So there's a lot of good trading setups, and especially with the S&P about to hit some demand, likely going to see some bullishness next week. So those long trade setups are going to be something of interest to me. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to end the live stream. For those that are watching on the YouTube channel, I'll continue the live stream with level 3 students. We'll go a little deeper into the stocks on the watch list and the trade signals that we're looking for next week. All right. So that's it for now. Everybody, you take care on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Students, stay with me. We're going to continue streaming forward. Okay. Have yourself a good Friday. Take care, everybody.